Welcome to the new and improved Destination Pro Wrestling. It's your boy Tony, and today we're bringing you guys a new video. Lots of big news in this one. So WWE is restructuring NXT. I have some details on that. Adam Cole, AEW, Vince McMahon, how all of this ties in. We're going to talk about it in today's video. So with that being said, let's get into it. What up, everybody? So if you want to subscribe to this channel, it's highly appreciated because I'm going to be bringing you more videos like this. I'm going to really try to get in depth with my content and my opinions. And if you guys want to join the community, Discord link is down below. It's highly appreciated, and I can't wait to see you there. But we got to talk about this. Vince McMahon, since the pandemic started, I think he's released nearly 100 superstars from his roster. The roster is still a very big roster. And of course, fans have been outraged. And then yesterday during SmackDown, I made a breaking news video that WWE had released over 12 superstars from their roster, more specifically from NXT. Now, of course, people went straight to Twitter to trash on WWE, and I understand the frustration. It really makes a lot of sense. But I think we need to take some things into account. And that actually starts with AEW. See, what a lot of people don't realize is when WWE went head-to-head with AEW, on Wednesday nights, NXT versus AEW, WWE was trying to put a small dent in AEW to help stunt their growth. But obviously, that was never really the point. Like, that never really happened. And because that didn't happen, WWE is kind of in this situation. See, when AEW first became a thing, WWE was hoarding talent to keep them away. WWE was giving contract extensions and big money contracts to guys that really weren't even featured on TV. And then AEW didn't have the options to sign them. And I get that business decision. But then a pandemic happened. WWE continued to make money despite the fact that there was a pandemic. And a lot of that was largely due to the lack of touring, which I believe will also be a major change that we see within WWE. But of course, WWE was making more money. They were signing more people, keeping people away from AEW. And again, AEW has become successful. I think we've actually gotten to the point where WWE has finally come to the realization that AEW is here to stay. AEW may not make more money than WWE, but AEW will be in its own separate lane, making good money, getting good ratings. And at the end of the day, they're going to have to coexist. No different than Pepsi and Coca-Cola. But then, of course, WWE releases 12 more superstars. In addition to this, they've also released Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, 2 big money contracts. And people were wondering why WWE had gone this route. We're going to talk about Adam Cole and Vince McMahon in just a moment. But what it really comes down to is the fact that WWE is now in a situation where they are going to, in fact, restructure the NXT show. And that's where Adam Cole comes into place. If you guys didn't know, Adam Cole's contract expired with the WWE. If you missed this video, you can check it out on the channel because I talked about this. Now, Adam Cole has extended until the end of the month. And essentially what happened was this. Adam Cole met with Vince McMahon during SmackDown. And basically, from what's come out due to the reports, it sounds like the meeting went very well. It sounds like WWE is looking to keep Adam Cole in the company, and Adam Cole may have mutual interest in staying with the company. Now, this is largely due to the fact that WWE has plans to restructure the NXT show, the NXT brand. There's even talks of possibly having a different name for NXT. Now, with that being said, it sounds like WWE's purpose of this is to, one, give it a different feel, a different look, and a whole different presentation, and kind of go back to the developmental basics, right? Remember FCW, and then it transitioned into NXT, 1-hour show on the WWE network. It was actually really successful. Guys weren't shoved down their throats every day. It was a really good show. A lot of upcoming talent that then got moved and fed into the main roster. But now NXT is the same few faces, right? Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, these are the people that we see every week. A similar issue to what we have experienced with the main roster. And that's why NXT doesn't do a good job of separating itself from the main roster shows. And it would also make sense as to why WWE is looking to get rid of talent. Because again, they've come to the realization that AEW is going to be here. They don't care if AEW signs them. And I think WWE has a really big master plan with the NXT brand. Now, whether or not that's a good thing, I guess only time will tell. But a guy like Adam Cole has been largely successful in WWE. And I personally would love to see him in AEW. I would love to see him in New Japan. But I want to give WWE the opportunity to do something with Adam Cole on the main roster. And I know you guys are going to laugh. You're probably going to judge me on that. But realistically, I just want to see what would happen. Because for years, I kept saying that WWE would never mess that up. Just like I said that about Karrion Kross. And, well, it's August 7th, and you guys already know how that's going for Karrion Kross on the main roster. So WWE has let us down in the past. It's not something entirely new. But now we're in a really interesting situation because WWE is going to change the entire NXT brand. It's also being said that Nick Khan and Vince McMahon have plans to continue doing roster cuts. So on Twitter, I specifically said that nobody's job on the WWE roster is safe, and I stand by that statement. It's really interesting times, but again, AEW is so big at this point, and they're not going to beat WWE when it comes to finances, but they're going to be really successful. And, you know, at this point, I think WWE has learned that it's time to get rid of the people that are injury prone, people that are expensive contracts that don't really offer any value, people that don't move the numbers in terms of merchandise or ratings. And I think WWE is going to start cutting old people from the equation, which is really interesting because even though all these roster cuts have been done, there are still a ton of old people on the roster. I would like to give WWE an opportunity to fix this. I want to see what happens. But for those of you who have been watching my videos lately and keep mentioning that WWE may sell, I'm still not taking that off the table. If WWE wants to restructure NXT and make it a great show again and go back to being a developmental brand, I think that's going to improve the overall company. For the people that lost their job, there is opportunities for them to grow outside of WWE, and that's the best part about this. It's very easy for people to jump on WWE for releasing people, but AEW, Impact, ROH, MLW, New Japan, AAA, the wrestling industry is very healthy. And being that it's very healthy, it's a very, very good thing for WWE and a good thing for those people. Get them out of your roster, let them go somewhere else, and that's it. I'm all for it, but it sucks. And that's just kind of what it is. WWE possibly changing the NXT name, I think, is a silly decision, but you never know with WWE. A lot of decisions they've made in the past have been really silly, but I am all for a different viewing experience, and that is something I do look forward to. I don't really like what the NXT product looks like. However, I do like the creative direction it's gone since they have been defeated by AEW on the Wednesday Night Wars. With that being said, guys, it's your boy Tony, and if you guys like more videos like this, go ahead. Click that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe.